quite happy with what we saw here. They are all smart meters, and I believe that the journey of completely eliminating the meter gap in the Nigerian power sector has just begun. And we are optimistic that in a couple of years to come, every household, every business, every institution, and every industry will be fully metered, so that billing and collections in the power sector will become more transparent, will be very fair, and will be very, very just. And it will also improve the readiness of consumers of electricity to pay their bills, that will lead to improved liquidity in the sector. And when you have improved liquidity in the sector, the sectoral revenue will be able to pay a higher percentage of the energy cost in the industry, which will eventually lead to improvement in efficiency, improvement in effectiveness of operations, and we'll be able to achieve the much awaited stability, reliability, and functionality of electricity supply to our households, to our business, to our institutions, and to our industries, which will aid and accelerate our economic growth and industrial development. Also improve the prosperity of our people, who create more jobs, who create more productivity, and revenues will be on the increase. And this will affect the standard of living of our people, while unemployment rates will be on the increase. I'm quite excited and elated with what this, because it's quite unprecedented. This is the first time in the history of this country when a government will be importing and buying locally this amount of meters to ensure that the power sector is completely transformed. This is like walking the talk. Our target reform in the sector is not just verbal, we are actioning it. And Nigerians could see that this is real and it's not just a promise of the tongue. And one thing I also want to mention before I stop here is to say that it is also unprecedented that these meters are to be installed and distributed to consumers free of charge. Free of charge. Nobody should collect money from any consumer. It is an illegality, it is an offense for the officials of distribution companies across Nigeria to request for a dime before installation. Even the indirect installers cannot ask the consumers for a dime. It has to be installed free of charge, so that billings and collections will improve for the sector. This is the first phase. We also have the Presidential Metering Initiative, the PMI, which has a target of procuring about 10 million meters over the next 5 years, to an average of 2 million meters in a year. So you can see that the synergy between the district program, the PMI, the MAP will translate into the desired result of completely eliminating the 7 million current meter gap that we have, which is about 50% of the existing electricity consumers in Nigeria. We promised this, and we are going to deliver it under the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you.
We are working with the BP, according to what you have heard from the Director General of BP, to be able to bring the framework to deploy, to register and deploy this meter, because we need to still monitor the performance and the success of the project, since we are the SPV used to achieve it. Okay. When we visited, it's an ongoing project 2x60 MV that is going to be delivered, and it's a grant from the Japanese government, that is JICA. So it's going to impact on us positively, because we are going to add to the wheeling capacity of that Apapa Wharf substation. It used to be 40 MVA before, so it's upgraded. However, we have another one by 60 MVA already in operation now. With the oncoming of the 2x60 MV, is going to have more capacity for a whole disco to be able to evacuate to their teeming customer that are around Apapa and all the other environments.